Have you ever wanted to find yourself? Have you ever wanted to improve your mental clarity and your productivity? Have you ever wanted to high five someone in the face with a milk crate but didn't want to go to jail for it? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then journaling is a perfect solution for you. My name is Brendan Chaw. Thank you for tuning into episode 5 of How to Be Happy. And for all my Australians out there, all my Aussies, make sure you take care of yourself on this long weekend. Make sure you drive safe. Do not drink alcohol and drive. And be careful of the RDTs. Bless you. So I'm going to just jump straight into it and talk about the benefits of journaling. So number 1 is to declutter your mind. So I think I speak on behalf of the whole world when I say that every single person has wanted to strangle a fucking bitch out, but we couldn't because it was socially unacceptable and we'll probably get arrested for it. So journaling is the best and most wholesome way to deal with your anger, your frustration, your anxiety, your fear, any negative emotions. Journaling is the best way to just release all that negative anger. So think about it this way. Think of our anger like the soda inside a bottle, and we are the bottle. We are the vehicle for this soda. So imagine that soda being shaken up really bad and all the negative emotions being shaked up really bad. After a very long time, it's gonna explode. So you don't want that. You want us to just slowly release the gas little bit by little bit. So what you want to do is by journaling, you release that anger into the world and into the pages of your journal. And so that prevents you from exploding as a bottle. So that's number 1, decluttering your mind. Number 2 is really closely linked to number 1 is stress relief. So I've heard that stress is the number 1 cause for any kind of physical ailment. I know that for a fact that when I'm too stressed, my eczema, it really starts to flare up. So I find that journaling is a very effective strategy to help release that stress, and so release and prevent any eczema flare-ups. That's for me, but I'm pretty sure for any other ailments, such as I would say maybe not ailments, but physical disorders, or sorry, mental disorders such as like bipolar, things like that. It's really good to just journal your thoughts and just to get all your thoughts onto the pages of the journal. And so that helps to release and let go of the negative thoughts. And so you don't, the same as number 1, you don't get stuck in your mind. So that's number 2, stress relief. Number 3 is memories. So I want to give you guys a quick story. So when I first started to get into like self-development, meditation, journaling, eating healthy, cold showers, all this kind of stuff, all this self-development kind of stuff, I was in a really, really bad place in my life. I was in a toxic relationship in the last couple months of this toxic relationship, and I was just writing. I was actually starting to journal, starting to feel better about myself. And it wasn't until 6 months afterwards, after that toxic relationship, after I was building more confidence in myself, feeling like I had more self-esteem, and one day I just decided to go back to the first page of my journal. I started reading, and I started just reading and said, my girlfriend this, my girlfriend that, I hope my girlfriend likes this, I hope my girlfriend doesn't like that. And so I realized my life was completely consumed in this toxic relationship. My life was all about her, nothing about me. And it wasn't until 6 months later when I started to read my pages again, it was all about, I feel so empowered, I feel so rich, I feel so wealthy, I feel so healthy. And I was like, wow, if it wasn't for journaling, I wouldn't have seen how far I've come as a person, how much I've evolved, how much I've transformed as a man. And so it's really the same as the whole idea of taking progress pictures of your body. If you're a bodybuilder, if you're getting into fitness or the gym, it's not, because every single day you're improving little bit by little bit. It's all by incremental steps. And so it's not until you look back to those pictures 6 months ago that you realize, like, God damn, I changed so much. I've evolved so much. I grew so much more muscle. I lost so much fat. And so journaling is the exact same thing, except it's with your mind. And so you don't realize how far you've come until 6 months down the track, or even a month, 2 months down the track, you realize like, wow, I've changed so much. And so that's benefit number 3. Memories is just a way to track how far you've come in life. And so it's even a great way to share to your grandchildren one day. And even maybe 20 years down, you want to look down and you're like, wow, I've come so far. So that's number 3. Number 4 is it makes you more creative. And so please do not tell me that you are not creative, because every single human being, whether you're an architect, whether you're a painter, whether you're a musician, whether you're an athlete, whether you're a barista, every single person in this world is a creator. And so journaling is a great way to help clarify your thoughts and organize your thoughts and put all that creative energy into this physical world onto paper. So that's number 4, creativeness. Number 5, productivity. Productivity is obviously, everyone thinks that action is the greatest thing to get to your goals, to reach your goals. And so I agree with that. So the best way to do that is to journal that, write all your goals down, write down your small short-term goals and your long-term goals. And so a wise man once said, if you write down your goals, you are 10 times more likely to achieve them. Don't quote me on that, but I have experienced this myself, that I am more likely to achieve my goals if I write them down, because a lot of us, we don't realize that we all have goals every single day, but how many of us actually achieve those goals, those important goals every single day? So that's number 5, productivity. It helps you with your goals. Number 6 would be, it helps you to find yourself. And so there's many ways to help find yourself. You could go traveling, you could spend time alone, but I find with myself, journaling is a great way to help to find yourself. And so what I mean by that is you could ask yourself the right questions. And so my mentor, this amazing man, Tony Robbins, once said that the quality of your life is directly in proportion to the quality of the questions that you ask yourself. And so I find that to be so true. And I'll get a little bit deeper into that when I talk about how to do this journaling. And so that's the benefits of journaling that I've seen in my life. 6 benefits. That's way more. There's probably countless ways to benefit from journaling, but from my life, my experience, I found that those 6 are the biggest benefits for me. So let's jump right into how to journal. So step 1, obviously buy a journal. I love to buy A5 size, so obviously half of A4. The reason why I buy A5 is because it's portable. You can bring it wherever you want. Could practically fit in your pocket, and it's just perfect. Like for example, if you were to write a page a day, it's like a perfect page, and you could just write so much. You can draw in it, everything like that. It's just perfect size. So for me, I recommend A5 journal. That's number 1. Number 2, obviously buy pens. Number 3, you write the date and the time on the top right corner. Every single journal entry doesn't have to be top right corner, it can be anywhere, but make sure you write the date and the time so that you can obviously go back to it one day and then be like, oh, okay, so this is what I was feeling on this day. This is what I was trying to achieve on this day. So definitely date it. Number 4, okay, so there's 3 methods that I like to do, 3 different methods of journaling that I like to do. So method number 1 is to declutter my mind. So what I like to do, how I like to do it is after I write the date and time and I want to declutter my mind, I just write as fast as I can, or everything, as soon as a thought comes in mind, I write it. So don't think, just write, fast as you can, boom, 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 boom. So what this does is it helps you to not think too much and just gets all your thoughts from pen to paper. So from mind to pen to paper. And so what that does is it helps just relieve the anxiety, makes you feel so much better about yourself. You're more relaxed. And so it's also this kind of improv. It's really meditative as well, because you're just going with the flow. You're just living in the now and just being fully present and just letting it all out onto the pages. So that's one method to journal, to declutter your mind. Number 2 would be for your goals. So for your goals, what I would like to do is I write down my top 3 goals every single day in the morning. So for example, this morning I had my top goal was to record this video and post this video. That's my number 1 priority. Number 2 would be to practice my lines for my acting. Number 3 would be to spend time with family. So those are my 3 priorities for my goals. And so I like to say, what I actually used to do was I used to write down like 20 goals every single day. And also, although it would make me feel productive, but I found myself only doing the most easy goals, the easiest tasks, so like washing the dishes, vacuuming things. Like these are urgent things, but they are not very important. They're not going to get you to where you want to be in the future. They're not pushing you in the right direction for your dreams and your passions. So I recommend writing 10 goals and then maybe putting a star next to top 3 goals. That's what I recommend. So that's number 2, second method for journaling. Number 3 would be to find yourself. So this is how you find yourself. Or it's all about writing, asking yourself the right questions, okay? So one great question would be to ask yourself, if I had all the money in the world and I had all the money in the world, all the money in the world and all the time in the world, what would I be doing right now? So that's one beautiful question that you could ask yourself right now, and it will make you realize what is the most important thing to you. And so if I were to answer this question right now, it would be, if I had all the money in the world, if I had all the time in the world, I would be doing exactly what I am doing right now. I would still be recording this video of How to Be Happy, episode 5, because I feel like this is my life's work. I feel like this is something I just know how to be happy. It's just something I've been searching for my whole life. And so I feel like the whole world needs to know my knowledge, that they need to know how to be happy. And so this is my life's work, and I feel like I am living my dream by posting this video. So I feel like I know myself. I feel like I found myself, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys. So another great question would be, if you're single, what are the 3 top qualities that I look for in a partner? So for example, I would say, for me, it would be honesty, number 1, integrity, number 2, and number 3, she has to be funny. So any single ladies out there, slide into my DMs right now. You know it. So those are my top 3. So I feel like I know myself truly like that. And so that's another great question that you could ask yourself. And yeah, so those are 2 really great questions that if you ask yourself, you start to know yourself straight away. So those are 3 methods that you could do to help to journal. Those 3 ways to get started. So if you love this video, give it a thumbs up. Love it. Give it a favorite. Share the video with someone you love. Give it to someone that you feel like could improve their lives. And yeah, if you would like to see more of my videos, make sure to click the bell icon so that every time, as soon as I post a video, it pops up onto your newsfeed. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. And if you made it this far, bless you. I love you.